So, Sue, we're ready for our first walk for the, what is it, 100k?
100k in April challenge.
For Tradecraft Exchange.
Yep.
So this is the very first one. We're in the Forest of Beer near
Swanmore,
Wickham area. This is where we're starting. And by the end of the month, we hope to be in the Brecon Beacons. So we'll be finishing in the Brecon Beacons.
This is really important for producers across our world who are struggling with climate change. My coffee is at stake, and so this is really important to me to help coffee farmers cope with climate change.
So we've got a lot of kilometres to do, so we better get on with it. It's
Whose
a lovely
idea
day.
was this?
It's a lovely day. It's not too cold. We thought it was going to be cold, but it's a lovely day, so let's get going.
Okay.
Having taken on the challenge with Sue to walk 100 kilometres in April for Tradecraft Exchange, I've decided to double the length by running an extra 100 kilometres. I normally run about 60 kilometres a month, so the extra 40 is going to be a bit of a stretch for me. But the work that Tradecraft Exchange does is so valuable. So here's a little update of how we're doing with our 100 kilometres in April, walking for Tradecraft Exchange. How are you feeling, Sue?
This is definitely this is walk 5.
And how many kilometres have we done so far?
4 today.
4 today, but we have done 30 before today.
Yes.
So hopefully by the time we finish, we would have done 40k. So we're doing okay. I've also run about 22 kilometres of the 100 kilometres I'm going to run, which is so I've got quite a bit to do on that. So that's going to be a challenge. But we're really enjoying it. We're at Ampfield in the woods just beyond Ampfield, which is really nice today. Hello, I was just wondering, Sue, why is the environment so important to these farmers?
Well, I think in the UK we're so removed from our food sources that we don't realise the impact that climate change is having. And you have to read stories of coffee farmers who lose a whole harvest because the rains don't come, or the rains come at the wrong time, and they've got no resilience to that if they're just looking at market value for their coffee. So it is really, really important to be able to help producers become resilient to climate change, and just so glad that Tradecraft Exchange are really working hard on that, because my coffee is important.
Hi, I'm here on my 9th run. Before I started this run this morning, I'd done 62 kilometres. We've now entered into the last week, so I've got to run 38 kilometres in this last week, which is going to be a tall order. A couple of long runs coming up, but thank you for all your support. So we'll be posting a number of updates over this coming week, because we're heading off to the Brecon Beacons for a week's holiday, but doing quite a lot of walking and quite a lot of running as well. So take care. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting us. So Sue, I think we're on walk number
9.
I think it is 9. Yeah, 9. And we're near the Brecon Beacons, walking just along the Monmouth and Monmouth and Brecon Canal. How's it going?
Well, it was going well until we had a big hike the other day, and that's killed my legs. So a nice flat walk, thank you, today.
So we did Offers Dyke, which was an ascent of about 500 metres, and then what we had forgotten is that we had to descend about 500 metres as well, which was probably just as painful.
It was very steep, very steep.
So this is my last run. Thanks everyone for all you've been doing. Thank you for all the gifts that have been going to Tradecraft Exchange for such a great cause. I'm just about to do 12 kilometres along this canal. This is the Monmouth and Brecon Canal. It's a glorious day. It's just gone 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be a long run, but hopefully reasonably flat, as you can see. So that's why I've chosen the canal. And then later this morning, we're going to head off to Pen y Fan to climb Pen y Fan and do a 10-kilometre walk, which will finish our 100-kilometre walk challenge for Tradecraft Exchange. So that's Pen y Fan.
That pimple behind us. Is that it?
And that's where we're heading. I think we've done about 3.5 kilometres of our 10 kilometres.
It was all uphill.
But we're getting
Just
closer.
saying.
Oh, and we're getting closer and closer to our 100 kilometres. So we've got about another 7.5 kilometres
So
to
they
go.
better be downhill.
And just remind those who dare to watch this, why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this? Honestly, we are doing this because our farmers across the world need our support and need the support of Tradecraft Exchange to help them cope with climate change and keep our coffee growing and our tea and our sugar and loads of other stuff that we eat and take for granted that gets washed away with floods.
And we worked out this morning that we think we've raised £1,600 between us. We're hoping to raise another 900 to make that £2,500.
Nice.
Government would double that, that'd make it 5,000. We'd put some money in ourselves, so actually we could be closer to 6,000, couldn't we?
I could pay to get off this mountain.
We might have to. We might have to. So just thank you to everyone who's been giving to us so generously. And if you haven't been able to do so yet, but want to, check out the links below for Facebook, or just go to Tradecraft Exchange website.
Yeah.
That's it, Sue. You've done your 100k challenge for April. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye. I'm going to have a coffee. I'm having a coffee.
Oh yeah, we've got coffee in a flask. haven't we?
Coffee.